Hello and welcome once again to Sonar. I'm here with my lovely friend Dean, and here we are to prove to you that if you start commenting on our videos, I might just cast you and you might just end up being the next guest star on Sonar. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nathan Timmons to the stage. Applause.
Adventure. How's it going, guys?
Oh, it's creepy when you do it.
Yeah.
It is creepy when I do it. I'm not gonna do that anymore.
But yes, welcome Nathan to the call.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. I mean, guys, it's been a pleasure meeting with you two awesome people. Core, I know we just met about a couple of days ago, I think. No,
a couple of days
really?
ago.
So we're just met. We're just like, hey, we're cool. We should just hang out sometime. Now I'm here. Dean, I've known you for a lot longer, though we haven't talked that much. We should talk more though. We should.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Dean's been ignoring you.
Yeah.
Next that, it's a
Oh
date.
my gosh, it's a mega date. Oh,
I ship it.
What do I wear?
I ship it.
Oh my
I ship
God.
this so hard.
I'm just getting shipped.
Hashtag.
Oh my gosh, guys!
Hashtag
the ship
date.
name. The ship name for
date.
Dean and Nate is date. It is.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
date.
Yes.
Okay, sorry.
It's
But
date
anyway.
ribbons.
This is like
Date
my,
ribbons.
This is like my 30th.
I ship it.
Actually, I've been shipped.
That's a
lot.
solid ship right there.
So like you have your own fleet.
I've been shipped a lot. This is new. Anyway,
I
yeah.
Yeah, alright, well last week we talked about animators, how to treat your voice actors when you've cast them. This week we're gonna do the most cop-outy, just kind of basic thing we could do after that, which is, hey voice actors, this is how you treat your animators.
But I do think that's important because no one is perfect in this little relationship that we have going.
No, it's
You know?
an interesting relationship. It's kind of like the weird bird things that like eat the stuff out of the teeth of the hippos. It's kind of like that. It's kind of exactly like that.
Yes.
It's pretty much like a Facebook relationship. It's complicated.
Yeah, it's
It is
complicated.
complicated.
It's complicated.
Give and take.
It's like
you
a
know?
car. It's like there's all these just parts moving around, and there's lots of like oil and like grease, and it's just very, very. I don't know where I'm going with it.
So last time we talked about what animators could do to try to make the relationship better, and this time, yes, we're going to take the approach of what voice actors should do to try to make their relationship with the animator better.
But before we get into that, we're gonna is it casting calls first? It's casting calls first. Casting calls.
Yeah.
That's the cows.
Adignorisis. Go audition for that. It's open still probably. I don't know because we record these episodes in advance, but it's probably open because they said, I was talking to Rabbit and they said it would be open still. So just go check that out. It's cool. It's a really cool series. I've actually been reading the scripts. Rabbit sends me the scripts and it's really fun. It's a cool series. So you should be in it too.
Yeah.
Join me. Join my cult. My
And before you
Adignorisis
skip
cult.
me, my quick three. There's Towers of Collision by Shibuya One-chan, and it ends in late August. There's New Destiny by Sirma, though I was not able to find a due date, so I guess just do that when you can. And Anne by Warriors and All. And they didn't have a due date exactly, but they said the results video will be up the 27th of August, but it's still open. Like they said, you need to send in your lines in by like midnight of that day, so it's kind of oddly put. But 27th of August is what you should plan for, I guess.
Okay, that's interesting.
So, yeah, I know, right? I thought it was kind of unorthodox, but...
I was actually not going to skip over you this time, Dean. I was actually going to, but then you just kind of asserted yourself, and so I didn't have to not skip over you. So that was,
You see, I'm practicing.
you're practicing. Being assertive.
Are you proud, Father?
I am, what? Okay, moving on.
Wait,
We're
I-
still
I-
replying to your comment. Oh,
I think I
Nate?
have one. I don't like.
Oh, you have one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I know it took me a second to look at. Yeah. Anyway, I also have one that I'm interested in as well, which you guys should check out. It's something called Awoken. It's by Retro Phoenix. I believe. Hold on. Let me see if they have a due date. I don't know if they do. They don't have it in the
just said
description. It's
Metalocalypse in my
probably
head. somewhere
somewhere in the video. They should have it in the video. You'll find out in the video. But yeah, that's currently open. It's been open for I think about not that long. It's been a little few weeks. So yeah, you should check that out.
Alrighty. I'm sorry to step on you, even though I was trying not to step on people, and I
It's
just
okay,
stepped on you
it's okay.
anyways. But it's all right.
It's okay.
It's all
Bat bros to the end. Don't worry.
It's Bat Bros to the end. Bat Bros.
Bat
Yeah.
Bros.
All right. So on to comments. Yes, we're still replying to your comments. We'll continue replying to your comments as long as there are comments to reply to. So the more comments we get, the more we can reply to them. It's just kind of a supply and demand type of thing. It's like the economy. The more comments we get, the more we'll have to reply to them. This week I've got one from episode 4. A comment from a good friend of ours, Yeshika, and it's a very, very lengthy comment, as Yeshika is very, very, just very. And whenever I get any kind of response from Yeshika, it's pretty lengthy, but that's not bad. that's just nice. But yes, it was a thank you for the shout out, and just kind of response. I'll put it on the screen. Just thank you, Yeshika, for actually watching our Sonar podcast. And Yeshika was actually in this comment thanking us for making it, and I'm thanking you for thanking us and for listening. So thanks for listening.
Aww.
It's a very long. Yeah. That's all I gotta say.
And unfortunately, I was sloppy and read 2 comments last time, and I have no more for this week, so...
You didn't save one of them.
No, I forgot.
You can
silly goose muffin.
I was so excited and I jumped the gun.
You can just pull a me and just go find a quick one.
Well, Nate's... I think
Hey,
Nate's...
wait, if you found one, you could just use that here.
Yeah, Nate can go ahead.
I never said
We don't
I
all
found
need a
one. I
comment.
don't know what you're talking about.
I think Nate's comment from last episode kind of qualifies as 2 comments anyways, so it bleeds over into this episode.
Well, I think there was. One.
We could discuss his part 2 if you want.
Yeah,
it was about actually.
Or Nate could respond
on audition videos.
Nate could respond to our response to his comment.
Okay.
If you wanted to.
Well, I guess
get really meta there.
Since I'm here and stuff, I don't really have the comment on up here at the time, so I'm probably just abbreviating at this point. But if I remember correctly, the second thing that I said was about animators commenting on auditions that aren't originally their auditions to request an actor or actress to audition for them. And I personally have a little bit of a problem with it, mainly because of the fact that it does make at least for me, at least, I'm not trying to step on any toes or anything, you know. For me, it's mainly freaking frack, like losing words out of my mouth. See what happens?
You can do it.
Yeah, I can do this.
I believe in you.
Yeah. But yeah, basically the audition. Look at this thing up real quick. Does anyone have it on me right now, or no?
It's in episode 4. I know that.
Okay.
Episode 4.
Yeah, let me just look that up really quick. Let me just go to your channel core and let's talk that for a little bit.
And it just means Core has more editing.
Yeah,
to do. That's
well,
fine.
it also means that I get another view, so that's
Yay! I just don't remember things. That's how it happens.
breaking in that AdSense. Just kidding, I don't have ads.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you were talking about with like new animators in particular, how it's hard to get noticed, so they sometimes comment out of desperation in order to get other people to notice. And it sounds kind of
Yeah. So basically, I know that some animators, like especially the newer ones, some people like. I don't know. People are very aware of it. They comment and saying, "Hey, I would like you to try out for this casting call. Here's the link for it." And yeah, here it is. The main problem with that is mainly because of the fact that for animators, in other people's eyes, at least to my eyes, I'm not saying everybody thinks this way, but it makes an animator look very desperate in trying to find someone to trying to have people audition for this certain casting call or certain role that they want, and it does kind of like make people be like, I don't know, it's a little bit of a desperation move, and also with the fact that it's more public, a lot of actors and actresses are very hesitant to respond, pretty much. And not only that, this is like probably more so for me at least. It also makes it seem like that it's more so a chance for an animator to advertise to other actors to audition for it as well, because it's just like, oh, okay, you know, other actors are going to look at other people's auditions. You know, you guys have said that in the previous episode before.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody else is going to be looking at it. So it's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So for me, it just seems like you're trying to use the actor's video to advertise, and that shouldn't really be the case. If you do want to have an actor to audition for it, and you want to ask, don't get me wrong.
You're doing so well.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that asking an actor in general is a bad thing. You know, I mean, it doesn't hurt to ask, but it's better to do it privately. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, the more that I read and thought about your comment, actually, I came to agree more. Maybe not so much with, like, that's, you know, the animator's intention or anything, but that definitely, I can definitely see that as being the result. And, but what really bothers me about that, because that itself doesn't really bother me. What bothers me is if it's just kind of a copy-paste thing, and you see that over, like, a bunch of different people's auditions. Yeah. Because if there's an animator who stumbles upon an audition, and they're like, oh, I love this person's voice, especially if it's one, like, that they used in a character, then I can see why they'd comment there, because, you know, again, it's just efficient, they're already there, so it's nice and easy. They get to say, like, oh, I loved, like, the voice you used for this character, if you could try for my audition, that'd be perfect. You know, that kind of thing. But not if they're just fishing for auditions in general. I do, however, think that, you know, I agree with you here, that it should be done over private messages. So it really is just a thing between, you know, the voice actor and the animator, instead of voice actor, animator, and whoever else might stumble upon the comment.
And I would add that using the YouTube personal or private messaging system, although it exists, it's probably the absolute worst way to get a hold of most people. Like, I know myself personally, I have my email on my YouTube page, so if you just go to About, you can see exactly how you can get a hold of me in a private manner where I'll actually see it. Whereas a private message, I might stumble upon it in like a couple of months, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I actually check my private messages fairly often, but I guess that's just me.
Yeah, for me, like, I don't check. I should probably do that more, but I don't check my DMs that often, because usually there isn't really a lot there, because not most people even know that thing exists. That's your fault, YouTube. It's all you. But
I swear it doesn't on some channels, actually, so that's probably part of it.
Yeah. But what I know, I personally, like, I'm best contacted right now currently through Twitter. You know, you can go to my channel, and, you know, that little, like, box thing it has in the corner of your thing. Yeah. I'm best
so I mean, like,
there, so.
If you're interested then in contacting a voice actor, one of the best things you could probably do is check their About tab, where they'll either have, like, a send message for private messages, or links to their Twitter, or their email, like Cor said.
Yeah.
All ways to get in contact directly with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, should that wrap up our comment reply section
Yeah,
of the day?
that was quite a lengthy comment reply section. Let's get into the
That
actual
was almost
topic.
a whole episode.
That was half the episode. It's just our comment reply section.
Gosh,
That's so fine though. It's all right. It's.
Well, I mean, you've got editing anyway.
I'll edit it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
And Nathan, you will sound flawless.
Yay!
Nathan will sound like a majestic wild beast.
Like a Greek goddess.
Yes,
Yay,
specifically
goddess.
like a Greek goddess.
I am the next
Just
Cleopatra.
as he's always dreamed.
I'm the next Cleopatra.
Is that Greek?
I don't even know.
Cleopatra is an actual
Pretty
living
sure that's-
person, and she was Egyptian,
Yeah, I was gonna
and she
say.
was actually alive, and not a Greek goddess.
I don't know.
It's okay. Anyway, let's move on now.
All right, so voice actors, how to be courteous and loyal and beautiful to your animators once they have cast you. I would like to start this just by personally apologizing to every animator ever. From every voice actor ever. We're sorry for taking so long to turn in those lines, but we have lives. Some of us.
Yeah.
And others of us just procrastinate sometimes, or we need the perfect environment to record, or...
Yeah. you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I have to agree there. With the fact that, the whole line, like having our lines, not being able to have it by that due date that you need to know, which, it is our responsibility to let you know probably beforehand if it's something that's more of a long-term issue.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's probably, like, definitely rule number one if you have any issues with the deadline. Let the animator know immediately. Like, for instance...
Don't put it off.
Yeah, don't put it up. Be like, oh, I'll tell them about like a week prior. No, tell them now so they'll be aware. And it probably is best like maybe every couple of weeks or something, depending on how long the how much of a you have until the deadline. But yeah, make sure to like try and poke them like maybe from time to time, like maybe every couple of weeks, give or take. That's probably a good time to give for a reminder. When it comes to when it's more long term, but if it's like something immediate that happens, it is good to let the animator know as well. If it happens, like, hey, I was going to do the lines, but something like some emotional stuff happened during this, so I might have to like hold it off. Can you give me like an extra week? Then I'll give it for you. And usually the anime be like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that.
Yeah.
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 I think the biggest thing that I could say to kind of wrap everything that, currently comes to mind of what I would want to talk about is, again, same with the last episode, communication. Where, yeah, if you need time with your lines, if you think you're going to be late, if you're not sure how a line is supposed to sound, if you want to know about redos, if you want to know how the project is going, communicate with your animator. Let them know how you're doing, ask how they're doing. I mean, I meant that in like a business sense, but hey, if you're friends, that's awesome too.
Communicate.
But yeah, silence doesn't really help anyone learn anything.
And I would say that there is a point. One of the other things you can do to be nice to your animators is don't bother them too much. Like if you're asking them every other day, hey, when's the next episode coming out? They'll probably get kind of frustrated, and that's probably not a good thing.
Animating takes time.
Yep. It's pretty much like the best of both worlds, pretty much. Like, for animators, it is important to let, yeah, we do have lives. Like, I know majority... Well, I know I'm in college. And, oh my gosh, dogs. Yay. I don't know that. Anyway, but yeah, like, some people have, like, school stuff that they have to do, or people have jobs, and, other things that have to consist of in life. Because, life is a priority.
I guess the thing then is not just communication, but healthy communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I went specific there, and it totally nails it even better.
Healthy communication.
Yep, because when it comes to communication, it's also how you communicate it. It's kind of similar to what I have said on when it comes to auditions. What you can say can change a relationship forever. That's not just in this community or in this career path in general, but that's just life.
Yeah.
When it comes to communication, to keep it in a more professional or friendly way is the best way to do it. You don't have to say in like any kind of passive-aggressive tone or what seems like a passive-aggressive tone, because it will not serve well in the long run, especially when it comes to the animator and actor. Like if someone says something mean, it's like, oh hey, fine, I'll get them done, stop bugging me, gosh. People will feel offended. They'll feel offended, and they'll be like, oh, God, I don't want to deal with this person anymore, and decide to recast you.
I mean, yeah, these people you're working together with your animator. You want to be on good terms with them. And of course, everyone has different personalities, so some people will want to be more talkative, some people will want to take things more seriously, like only discuss the project or only at specific times. And you kind of just have to gauge how that person is. And of course, how you are as a person too. And just kind of see where it all fits into that. But you definitely want to figure that out so you do have a healthy balance of communication, so one side doesn't feel like slighted by the other, one's not being pestered by the other, etc.
Yeah. So I guess I feel kind of silly now because really we could have made these 2 episodes into a 5-minute video by just saying voice actors how to treat your animators, and animators how to treat your voice actors. Just treat them like people, because they are people, probably. I mean, you can't prove that they are people.
They could be Canadian.
They could be Canadians, or
Canadians.
or they could be Bat Bros.
Bat Bros!
They might be people, and so just in case they are people, you should just treat them like people.
Yep.
And that's when we all break out and sing Kumbaya and set something on fire.
And
that sounds violent.
Yeah, how can help an animator a lot.
Yeah, I would say definitely talk to the animator and ask about their preference, because I've had animators who've preferred, every take to be their own file, or just every line, with multiple takes in a single file. And then I've had other animators who wanted every scene in a file, or just the entire thing in one file. Because depending on their techniques or their editing software, some methods are easier to use than others. And with how much the animators already have to do, I think that if we can help them by, preferring or providing our lines the way that they prefer, we should do it. It doesn't take that much extra time out of our day, and if it can help make their job easier, if it can help, bring the animation to a smoother, line of progress, I think we should.
Yeah, definitely. I know I've had a little bit of both. I've never personally had someone request me to turn in my lines all in a single, like this is the audio file for line 1, this is the audio file for line 2. But I have had some where they're like, just send me the lines, don't send me any bad takes, just cut up everything. And then I've had others where I've literally sent them half an hour long strings of audio where it was just like, there was some lines in there somewhere, but there was also long portions of me mumbling to myself and getting really emotional about this character because I've been voicing him for a while. And so, yeah, it's both things happen and both are equally as good, because sometimes it's good to hear the little commentaries to hear what the person's like when they're not acting.
It's probably another thing to bring up is blooper takes. Because we all love bloopers here. We're very bloopy people.
I'm a bloopy person. We got our Sonar rants and rambles. That's a thing that I don't do consistently, but they happen.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Woo! But like when it comes to like blooper takes, there's some animators who love it, but there's other animators just like, I don't want to really deal with this at all. They want to keep it, serious, keep it on moving along, the more serious types. So, when they do ask, like, hey, there's this little too much going on here, can you, like, edit this and, just only send me the take that you like, go ahead and do it, because it makes things a lot easier on them, and then you'll know not to do that again, because some people like it, some people don't, and that's okay.
Yeah, with how many takes they want, with how they want the takes saved and sent, with whether or not they want bloopers, it all does come down to their own preference, because, this is a relationship that the voice actors have with the animators, and as with every relationship, it totally differs and depends on the people involved. So, if you want to have a good relationship, you do have to learn a bit about what, your partner expects from you, so that, you don't frustrate or disappoint, so that you can both act, together efficiently, and just make the whole process better for both of you. So when you get involved in a project for the first time, I don't think it's a bad thing personally to ask, what they expect from you as a voice actor, like how you want, the line sent or how many takes would be good, that sort of thing. And in turn, you should probably ask, like how the scripts are going to be sent out. Because, if you're going to get just, only your lines, I think that's a good point to bring up. Could I get the entire script so that I can have, better context and better deliver a good performance for you and that sort of thing? Because it really is, it can't be a one-way street.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then you just kind of gotta be like, okay, I'll do this thing
I
for
tried.
you. I did my best.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we should also bring up is if you decide, if you don't feel like you have enough time to do a certain role anymore, or perhaps you don't really feel as passionate as you thought you would be in a series, because I know I've had to do it personally at least one time. Like, there's one time I've ever done this. But if you decide to take your leave, let the animator know, and let them know in a very nice and professional way. Because, if you don't feel very passionate, or you're not really loving this role, or not really, don't feel, very happy doing it, then, why are you doing it? Because, it is a two-way street. If one person's not happy, then no one's going to be happy, because you're not going to give it 100%. And you're gonna have an animator trying to hog you for not doing it up to the standard that they would like. So, it is better for you if you don't feel very happy, or you don't feel, good about doing this one, or you don't even have enough time to do it with, college work, or possibly, working multiple jobs, and it could be anything. But, just let the animator know, hey, I'm not feeling this role anymore, or I don't think I have enough time to do this role. I apologize, but I have to drop. And, of course, it does depend on the animator of whether or not they will, understand or hit you for it. Because there's it depends who it is. But at least, you let them be aware of it and not disappear from the face of the planet, because that's even more disrespectful and not cool.
Just the more we talk about this, the more I realize just how real a relationship this kind of thing is.
Yep.
Everything here, we could have this be relationship advice. That could be the topic of this podcast. And I think that it would still be, really applicable.
It'd still be applicable. No, I would say...
Obviously, some situations, no, but...
I would say that if you can work something out, in some instances, not most instances, but in some instances, the animator has the entire script already finished. If you could work something out with them to where you could just give them the rest of your lines in advance, it would be hard for them, because they wouldn't be able to adjust the lines to maybe change the script if they ever feel like changing it in the future, but it would be better than having to recast a character entirely. Or possibly, if they are in a situation where they're writing the script as they go, maybe they could find a way to write your character out in the next episode, and then if you just stuck with them for one more episode, they could not have that lapse, because it is so hard to fill the shoes of another voice actor, because people are so individual and their voices are so different that it's hard to fill the hole left by a voice actor leaving. And so if you can find a way to kind of just bow out, it's a lot better than just disappearing.
We've all seen, those TV shows or those movies where, a voice actor or a live actor changes, and it's definitely, we definitely notice. It's definitely a distraction. And so if we could do, the most that we can to kind of alleviate that, that'd be a good thing.
Well, is there anything else we can talk about in this episode, or are we going to wrap this up?
I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think we summarized it pretty well. I think it really just does come down to good, healthy communication. This is a relationship, treated as such. And I don't think I really have anything more to add.
All right, well, voice actors, Love your animators. Cherish them. And have a nice week. We'll be back here hopefully next week with some more interesting things. And Tara's asking for a shout out. Which I don't know why. Tara, you don't get a shout out. Because you're not even... You were in the last episode. Why are you so needy?
I didn't
Why
ask
are
for
you
a
shouting
shout out.
18.
I didn't ask
You
for
don't get a
shout
shout out, Tara. This is not a shout out. This is me calling you out and saying, stop being so needy.
Oh, this is a call out.
This is a call out. Stop being so needy, Tara. This is my show.
The salt is back. The salt is back.
The salt is back. And with that, we'll see you next week. I was about to say I'm Dean. Let's just go with it. I'm Dean.
I'm Core.
That's Nate. Actually, it's Tara. That
I'm
was a
Tara.
lie. Have a nice
Hey.
week, and we'll see you next week. We won't see you. That's not how that works.
Later,
Goodbye.
guys.
Yeah.